Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. Fish and whistle, whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish that we never have to do this again.
All right, guys, we are getting ready to come into the Fisherman Fishing Planet. Dulakaba is here with me and is trying to get familiarized with some of the hot spots and fishing locations that I've managed to luckily find somehow through trial and error.
Well, when I was on my way to Quanchkin, I stopped into this little town, and there was this old woman hanging out on a porch. And I spilled my mint julep on her, and I think she put the voodoo on me because I cannot catch a decent fish on this map to save my soul. So I figured I'd bring Hawkeye in with his good heart. Hopefully we can break the voodoo and I can finally catch something worthwhile on this map.
You gotta watch those gypsies, man. You don't mess with them.
Well, the problem I have with Quanchkin is that there's all this structure. You know, and of course I use spot theory, you know, structure preferences, observations, tackling techniques, and when I come in, there's so much structure here. Like everywhere you look, there's structure.
Right.
And it just, I don't know what it is. This map has just gotten the better of me every single time. And finally tonight, I said to Hawk, you know, if he wanted to come in and maybe show me a couple of spots that he likes.
Well, there's quite a few of them, but you know you're going to be dealing with different species at each one.
Yeah, and I see no sign of you. Have you come in yet?
I'm in. Okay.
So you had ended up actually creating your own room. So I had to exit my room and come jump in yours. That explained why you were invisible. I thought the voodoo was just working that good for a minute.
Okay, I see you're over there.
Yeah,
way over there somewhere. Yeah, you need to be over here.
I'm standing right next to you.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Never mind. Okay.
I was in my inventory making some choices here.
Follow me down this walkway.
Okay, give me just a second here.
Okay, no problem. Looks like I need
that right there. There we go.
Looks like I still have.
I've got to try this major popper.
Yeah, you were walking with the swagger there. What's going on?
I got me a major popper.
There you go.
I'm feeling it, man.
Okay, this right here is where we're going to stop at. I don't know if you can see that our stick up that's right there in front of me.
Yep.
Now, if you cast anywhere, there's an open spot in front of it, and there's yet another open spot in front of that where some lilies are.
Well, here's the crazy part is I've fished every open area out there in the, I mean, because on the back behind us here, you see where there's that little channel that kind of splits like a little of stuff out there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my marker, and I have fished both sides of this. The two major open areas on that side, and all the open areas on this side with spinners, with spoons, with poppers, with plastic worms, and it's like I'll catch one bass. And that's it.
Every time
the voodoo curse kicks in, and I'm done for.
Every time I've tried this popper here, I have caught a unique, sometimes two, and several trophies. But you got to
Yep.
cast. Let me see whatever you can do. You see where that splash was? You got to throw around that area, but I don't know. And you got to make sure it's at 3 when you do the popping.
Your reeling speed, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, did you advance time, or are you still early morning?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I did not advance time. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and do that.
So you were suggesting 7 p.m.?
Yeah, because that seems to be when they really start. Which is kind of good because it's going to take us tonight, and I can show you where the catfish are. But
yeah, I haven't done any night fishing here, and as per usual, I was doing dawn fishing usually here, so maybe that's the important difference in our approach is the time of night we're dealing with.
I think so, yeah, because for here, you really have to be in a peak to get any. And I already got something right off the bat. Let's see what we got here. I think we got us a bowfin. Trophy bowfin. So, yeah, definitely put it up to 3. Do the popping. You see that that one mangrove, the big one that has a wide base. Kind of throw it in like the base of that as far as you can.
Yeah, like I say, it's bonkers because it's the exact same spots I was fishing. I mean,
I don't know what I'm doing differently, but it seems to work.
Well, the only difference in our approach is that I'm not using the same frog as you.
Yeah.
Well, and the time of day. That's the only difference when it comes to going after the bass.
Well, this frog popper, the 5/8 ounce, they just love it. I don't know what it is.
Yep. Yeah, I no longer have one, so.
And there's another one.
Right. Gonna have to change my rig here. I was setting up
There
with
you go.
Texas rig to.
Did you see that?
Nope, I'm in my inventory.
Unique largemouth bass. Oh my god, that was fast. I'm sorry. Yeah. 12 gold for him.
I know you have to be absolutely delighted to be out fishing me.
Sorry, just a little bit. Especially when I know how good you are at it. Ooh, I got a unique gainer mission completed. Unique gainer 2. 2 gold for that. But you do not have any of the 5/8 frog poppers? I thought you could purchase those. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You do have it?
No, I don't. You can purchase them, but I don't have any of them.
Mm.
I've for frogs, I've got classic frogs.
I don't know. This one seems to make all the difference in the world. You got something there.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm using the floppy leg frog in kind of a classic grass frog pattern.
Yeah.
But the one that instead of having legs, it's got just the floppy streamers for legs.
All right. Got me another something here. I don't know what yet.
Yeah. But it's got to be. I've been morning fishing this primarily, and so that does seem to be the difference because, of course, there's such a bass-centric focus here in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah. You will get bowfin, too. I just now got another bowfin, but it's either going to be bass or bowfin for the most part. Occasionally, you might get a spotted bass, but it's pretty rare.
This guy's giving me a fair fight on this jig winner.
That looks like a nice one.
Yeah, trophy largemouth.
This is a real good spot, but the reason I like to use it is because with the the top water, you don't have to worry about the snags. So,
Mm-hmm.
and they just seem to be hovering right around here. I don't know what happened. I was just walking along here and I thought, well, that looks like a good stick up there. And the first thing I did was caught a unique bass, and I was like, damn. There's another bowfin.
Well, like I say, I've fished this very extensively because as this map stymied me more and more, I tried more and more different areas, more and more lures and baits, and float fishing. With night crawlers or whatever, I can pick up fish, but it's the lure fishing that's been giving me fits here.
Well, there's another good spot. I haven't been able to get the uniques here, but for bass, there is another good location, and I'll show you that here in a minute whenever you're ready, if you want to try this for a little while. But this has been the best spot for the uniques for me.
Yeah.
But whenever you're ready, just let me know and I'll take you there.
Yeah, I think part of it is I know a lot of guys who will sell their grandmother for a largemouth bass, but it's just never really done anything for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is now it's doing precisely what I expected it to do when I've come here before. The difference is the time of day, and that's the only difference.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but it was literally, I think it was just luck, really. And when it happened, I tried it on the Fishing Planet Classic. It worked just as well. So it's cross both, versions too. So if you want to do this on Classic, it'll work here as well.
Well, if I gave a hoot about bass fishing, got that covered. But of course, that is in no way my passion.
Well, I know you.
I mean, there's some nice bass out there. Obviously, I mean, they're like I say, they're running my jig winner through its paces here.
Oh yeah.
This fella here, he's giving me a good fight.
Good. I'm just watching you this time.
So the bass part of it, that's not at all unexpected.
Well,
and I guess for me that's part of the thing here with Quanchkin is Quanchkin really doesn't have much in the way of the species that I prefer to fish.
Right.
So a couple of frustrating experiences here pretty much turned me off to it, and haven't really been back. So I figured it was time for me to come to grips with this. And
damn, he's giving you quite the fight. You might have a unique there.
Yeah, he's giving me a run for my money.
Yeah, there you've got a really big bowfin.
That could be. Oh, he's bass. Who we got here? Yep, another trophy. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, there's some big beautiful bass in here, and if you guys love bass fishing, it's certainly worth the effort. I'm actually going to open the map and take a look at the species list here. Of course, there's the gar and the big blue cats. Of course, pike fishing is much more my preference when it comes to this kind of stuff. Either that or oddly carp fishing, the buffalo and things like that.
I have to tell you where I found them too.
This is mostly warmouth, bluegill, that kind of stuff, spotted bass, largemouth bass, red ear. So really, like I say, the only species here that I'm really big into fishing is the chain pickerel, and so but anyway, yeah, if you wanna take me to another spot,
sure,
I'm good for that.
Okay, head down this way. You gotta go past the little hut there.
He says, walk this way, to which I answer, if I could walk that way, I wouldn't need my cane.
Okay.
See.
Now, if you're into bass, which I know you're not, but if you're into bass, once you get down to the end of the dock,
Mm-hmm.
if you
See,
cast, there's two places you can cast, and one of them is, you see those logs are right there.
yep. Yeah. And
Cast.
again, it's same thing. Look
Yep.
out there, see those logs. It's ideal structure with open course next to it. Everything about it screams, toss a lure in here and catch a bass.
Oh yeah.
And on the opposite side, there's that little cluster of sticks.
That's the other place.
Yeah, exactly. See, so there's complete recognition of the structure here.
Now
We're going to the same places, fishing the same situation, but again, the only substantial difference is the time of day.
Yep. And it seems like the peaks are very, very crucial here for these species here. Now, some of the others I'm going to be taking you to, it's not so much, which I think will be very helpful. But there is one thing you can fish at here, but you can't use your lure. Well, you can. Depends on what you use. There are the buffalo fish can be found over here.
Yeah. Now that's one thing I've got to say that I had plenty of success with is fishing the buffalo with semolina balls.
Yeah.
Out in this area. Yeah. That was pretty easy peasy. And the bass, while they've certainly been a bit taciturn in their behavior, success. Yeah. Actually, it's
I think I have a marker out here. Hold on just a second. Let me see. Yeah, there's a marker there.
Yeah. There. And I've been able to catch the channel cats, but it's the other catfish that have been eluding me.
If you come over here, though, first, before I take you any further, if you look over here, straight where I'm looking at, and pull up your map, you'll see a little bitty hole. It's where it's kind of deep. But you can only see it with a map.
Yep.
If you put a marker there and throw out like semolina balls, you'll get the buffalo. If you throw in things like wax worms or red worms or cut bait, not cut bait, crawfish cut, you'll get red sunfish.
Well, I have literally never used a marker ever in the entire time I've been playing the game. I don't even know how you place a marker. It's because
go to your map. When you pull it up, if you catch, one way you can do it is you can hit the plus sign that's over on the map, and with that you can place. A lot of times I'll place markers where there are holes, just so that I know where they are. Yeah. Another thing you can do is it'll give you the option, set the mark for the last fish. That's how you set it up. And that's what I usually do if I get a unique or something like that. The last thing I caught at that particular hole that I just pointed out was, actually I didn't mark it for any fish. I just marked it as the hole. But it's good to do that because you know where the hole is and you know where to cast.
Right.
Makes it a lot easier. So you're not guessing.
Yeah. Spotted bass.
Yep. You're going to get a lot of spotted bass around here. And occasionally you can get a trophy or a unique spotted bass. You can also get one. Let me see. I got another marker over here, but I'll tell you what is here that I've gotten. No, it's just another marker. Let's see what I can get here. Most of the stuff I'm getting, you get around here are going to be largemouth or spotted bass. I haven't gotten too much, unless you're in the holes. You can sometimes get the buffalo, and you can get the red ears.
Yeah. I'm casting out there with a gold 1/8 ounce spinner with a red tail. And just going to work it with a slow. It should pick up.
See, I just got a trophy spotted bass from that spot I was telling you about on this side.
See, so there we go. Chain
There
pickerel.
You go, chain pickerel. And yeah, you will get them here too.
Yep, and you know, of course, that's what I've been primarily targeting when I come here are the two catfish species and chain pickerel.
Yep.
And
well, I've got 2 great spots for flathead catfish.
Yep.
And I will tell you one thing. This one spot that I'm going to take you to, if you come here in the morning and it's raining, run to this spot immediately. For 2 hours, you can pull in the unique, not just the unique, but the unique and trophy flathead catfish like crazy.
Yeah. Well, the biggest problem I've had targeting the pickerel here is that every time I throw something out there that I should pick up pickerel on, instead I pick up spotted bass.
Yeah, they're kind of, God bless. He keeps trying to go for it, but he keeps missing it. This frog popper is really, really big, popular here.
Because, you know, catching the chain pickerel on the featherlight gear, of course, is a lot of fun because, you know, you're fighting a 1.5 pound pickerel, but he fights like he's a whale, you know, and it's the fish fight that's my favorite part of the game.
Oh yeah.
And but the addition of the spinner tail has absolutely transformed the pickerel fishing here.
Yeah.
Because this is another really good chain pickerel, and it's the same location. I've tried them before. It's the same time of day. It's the same everything. The only is adding a red spinner tail, 2-inch spinner tail, to my 1/8 ounce gold spinner, and there he is. See, trophy chain pickerel. So those spinner tails, the 2-inch spinner tails, especially the red, yellow, and white, make a real difference. And so that's one of the things I really wanted to test out here today, because I don't know when they were added in, if they came with the Blue Crab DLC or if they've always been there and I just somehow missed them. But
no, I think around the same time that came out, they added some new stuff to the main game itself. And I think that was one of the things they added was the Texas rigs, Carolina rigs, spinner tails, 3-ray rigs, all of that.
Wham! See, and you know that's just it. It's really makes a huge difference. So I'm running a 1/8 ounce gold spinner with a red 2-inch tail.
Oh, I just tried one with the spinner too.
Yep, and it is a nice little bump, because that's the thing I was always disappointed about with the 1/8 ounce spinners, is that there wasn't a model with fluff, you know.
Yeah.
And so being able to add fluff makes all the difference. Now you're using the white tail, right? What color are you using? You should be able to look right up in the top right corner of your screen, and it'll show you the color.
It was the white tail on a nano 1/5 ounce spinner.
Yep, there you go.
Chain pickerel with that.
Yep. The weed edge here on the left, but it's actually the edge of the bushes basically on the right. That's much more a chain pickerel's kind of territory.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, this spot was really ideal in terms of looking at structure and preferences for the chain pickerel. And again, I was getting absolutely nothing out of it, and the addition of that fluff has made all the difference in the world. I'm so pleased right now. I can't even begin to express.
You're gonna do really well here once you get some of these locations and times down. A lot of it, I think, is times, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you come in, and of course the map starts you early morning, and of course early morning is usually a prime bass time, and so no reason changing time because
There's
we've
another
got
one.
the fish forecast, but the thing is that the fish don't read the fish forecast. But yeah, see, this is the spotted bass, which is what was going on previously, is I couldn't manage to keep my lure in the water long enough to attract the chain pickerel because the spotted bass were taking it, and that's
Yeah.
why I thought I'd try the fluff, because that puts it a little more in the realm of pickerel as opposed to bass.
Oh, yeah. Well, honestly, at this time of day, when you're doing this, especially now that I've seen this,
Yeah.
it's like you can't even reel it in and not come out with a fish.
Yeah, and the chain pickerel like a really slow presentation. They don't want a fast lure; they want a real slow lure, and so a real slow is ideal for the chain pickerel, whether you're using spoons or spinners.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're using jigs, whatever, that's the way to go. So we've got confirmation that the fluff makes a real difference. It seems to take it a little bit out of the realm of hungry bass and into the realm of the chain pickerel.
Oh, yeah.
And now the spot that seemed like it would be the ideal chain pickerel spot is producing them just as one would expect. So that's
And
beautiful.
You
All
might,
right. Well,
you might get the occasional unique as well around here. So
Yep.
worth your time. You can get some gold that way, and